Hi everyone, this is the lesson for the Outsiders chapters 7 through 9, the ATL notes and practice. And you'll need to have this document in front of you as I go through these directions. Part 1, Approaches to Learning. Remember that our approach to learning for this is make inferences and draw conclusions. And it's important for many reasons, and one of the reasons is to use facts and details to determine what the author is saying. Part 2 gives you the directions on how to make inferences and draw conclusions, and it gives you 2 steps for making inferences, and the final step is drawing the conclusions, which is to write your final thoughts on the topic based on multiple inferences. Part 3 goes through an example that you've seen on prior lessons, and it shows how you read each of the passages. For each passage, you make an inference. After you've made your inferences, you come over and you draw a conclusion. Remember that when you draw the conclusion, it will say, I can conclude that the conflict is. You will come down here, you will determine which of the conflicts it is, and this one is internal, so then after you write, this one is external, so after you write external, you will pick which of the different types of external it is and put that into parentheses. And then you will give some text details from both the passages and your inferences. Now we'll move on to the practice activity. We'll start over here with the passages, and you'll notice that some of the passages in red. This is to give you some background information to help you comprehend the passage. So this says, after hearing Ponyboy and Derry fight again, this passage describes Soda's reaction. Then you'll read what his reaction is. After you've read this section, you come here and it says, I can infer that Soda feels, and then you'll write your response here. There's one more passage to read. Again, it has some words in the red here. It says Ponyboy after listening to what Soda said above. So this will be from Ponyboy's perspective. After you read this passage, you will write, I can infer that Ponyboy feels, and then you will describe what your inference is based on this passage. Once you finish those 2 inferences, you'll come up to draw a conclusion. You'll complete where it says response. I can conclude that the conflict is. You will pick internal or external, and then say for the external which type it is. And you will put that part in the first response. And the second response is using text details from the passages and your inferences to support your conclusion about the type of conflict. Let your teacher know if you have any questions.